Well, they can't all be magic. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 worst N64 games. Before we begin, we publish new videos every day, so be sure to subscribe for more great content. For this list, we'll be looking at the most universally despised video games which were released on the Nintendo 64. These are the games which are widely considered to be critical failures, both at the time of release and retroactively. Number 10, South Park Rally. While South Park has certainly enjoyed a resurgence on the video game market in recent years, the series was bottom of the barrel crap at the turn of the millennium. South Park Rally is a racing game because nothing screams South Park like racing. As you can imagine, Trey Parker and Matt Stone had little involvement in the game aside from providing the voices, so it's missing the signature South Park humor, which has made the show and subsequent games so much fun. This would be forgivable if the go-karting was actually interesting, but it isn't. The tracks are confusing and the game can be brutally difficult. But hey, that's acclaimed South Park Games for you.
We got it, Cheesy Poo.
Number 9, Earthworm Jim 3D.
There's only one ego for this job, and it's a really big one!
This entry in the Earthworm Jim series was the first to be developed by a company other than Shiny Entertainment, and it shows. VIS Entertainment was the team behind this game, which was basically a carbon copy of similar platformers of the time like Super Mario 64, only about a tenth as good. While the game certainly wasn't horrendous, it wasn't exactly good either. Despite looking great, the game needed work, as the camera was a constant nuisance and Jim controlled like garbage. It was a standard platforming fare, but when you're trying to compete with the likes of Super Mario 64 or Banjo-Kazooie, this standard is not good enough. Number 8, ClayFighter 63 and a third.
Ouch, lizard! Take this! Ouch! Take this! See ya!
ClayFighter 63 and a third is more of a parody game than anything else. It copies many different gameplay elements from older fighting games, and the 63 and a third title is a play on the 64 which accompanied many games on Nintendo's console. However, in order for a parody to work, it actually has to be good, which this game certainly isn't. The character animations were poor, as were the very awkward transitions between stages. The fighting itself was also frustratingly bad, especially when the animation became particularly choppy. But hey, if you have a copy, you can make some good bank on eBay.
Cheesy combo! I smash!
Number 7, Mortal Kombat Mythologies SubZero. The Mortal Kombat games are some of the most influential fighting games of all time. While the series has enjoyed a relatively stellar lineup throughout its lifetime, we think everyone and their mothers has forgotten about Mythologies. The game focused on the backstory of SubZero and served as a mix of action-adventure and fighting game, but it succeeded at neither. The game was ugly as sin and the controls were abysmal. They completely ruined the flow of the game, and for that matter, the entire game itself. We're just lucky that this game didn't serve as a fatality for the series. Number 6, Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue.
Hey Ranger, you can clean up the mess by pressing the A button.
We hate to pick on games aimed for children, but we gotta do what we gotta do. The game sounds awesome enough. It features fan favorite villains like Diabolico, and voice clips from the actors are peppered throughout the game. However, no matter how much effort went into making this game pleasing for the fans, they forgot to make it fun. For one thing, the game was ugly, especially considering that it was released in 2000. For another, the game consisted of little more than pressing a button and shooting the bad guys ad nauseum. We have a feeling that even the kids would be falling asleep while playing this one.
Yay!
Number 5, Daikatana. As if the John Romero's about to make you his bitch slogan wasn't bad enough. Daikatana is from the mind of John Romero, the man involved in some of the best games from the early 90s, including Doom and Quake. However, technology seemed to be passing John by, as Daikatana was hideously dated from the outset. At its E3 demo, the game ran at a disgusting 12 FPS, and what little fan interest remained immediately collapsed. The game was released as everyone feared. It was both outdated and boring, making Daikatana one of the most disappointing video games ever. Number 4. Hey You, Pikachu. And the children's game bashing continues. Hey You, Pikachu was certainly an experiment. The game utilized the Nintendo 64's voice recognition unit, and through using it, you can talk to and control Pikachu. It was a neat idea, and it was the only game released in North America to take advantage of the hardware. Unfortunately, the game behind it was mediocre at best. It was frustratingly tedious, and the voice recognition hardware was consistently touchy. We suppose it would have been decent if you adored Pokemon and were 9 years old, but if you weren't, then this game has nothing for you. Number 3, Batman Beyond: Return of the Joker. It's really a shame because the animated movie was so damn good, but like most movie tie-in cash grabs, this video game was a steaming pile of crap which was obviously rushed to market to capitalize on the movie. In the game, you control Batman in a side-scrolling beat-em-up, and it is every bit as boring as that sounds. Everything about this game just screams terrible, from the horrible animations to the ugly graphics to the seriously outdated gameplay mechanics. As a 1980s arcade title, this game would have been alright. As a game released in 2000, it's just pathetic. Number 2, Carmageddon 64. Don't get us wrong, Carmageddon was an awesome game, providing you're playing it on the PC. However, when it's played on anything else, but particularly when it's played on the N64, it is completely irredeemable. This port took everything which was fun about the original and ruined it. The fluid controls were now jerky and unresponsive, the graphics were muddled and watered down, and serving as its most final change, the game altered the humans to zombies. We suppose it was to curb the controversy which the original was subjected to, but that defeats the entire purpose of the game. It was an all-around mess, and a huge blemish on the Carmageddon name. Before we reveal our top pick, here's a few dishonorable mentions.
Now it's time to swing some mud!
Number 1, Superman. Was there ever any doubt that this would be number 1? Superman, which was infamously developed by Titus Software, is now a piece of gaming history, as it is widely regarded to be one of the worst video games ever made. Let's list some of the flaws. You have the awful graphics, the terrible controls, the constant clipping and frame rate dips, the incredibly stupid enemy AI, the countless glitches. Really, this game was just a mess from top to bottom, and we commend anyone who has actually sat down and finished it, because that is one Herculean task.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.